Okay, folks, I want to do this little video about, hopefully everything here should all come together in this video that I've been talking about, that I've been teaching. And I'm always talking about one page can rank for a 3 to 5 word key phrase and the alternatives for that key phrase. Yeah, the things that also mean the same thing. Yeah, let me demonstrate what I mean by that. So I'm going to demonstrate on this example, midterm stays, Milton Keynes, okay? And when I say the things that also mean that, we can get clues from Google search results. What do people also search for? So we want to rank for midterm stays. The page can also mention the word cheap if you want to, or executive or luxury, whatever your thing is. It could say pet friendly, 3 months, 6 months. So we can use a subtitle, 3 months or 6 months, in the headings of the page. Yeah, we can use the term furnished. We can use the term self-catering. What we're trying to do is put midterm stays keyword in the center spoke, in the center cog or gear, and these other words come off of them like spokes. Yeah, they're related to it for this phrase. Okay, that helps Google understand what this page is about. Yeah, it really does. So we can't just keep repeating midterm stays. That's what I'm saying. So every page can rank for a one 3 to 5 word key phrase plus its similar phrases. Now I'm going to talk at length about this website. It's my website. I've got my first short-term rental in Milton Keynes. My father died back in August, and we talked at length actually when he was alive about what we were going to do with it. And he was very keen that my sister and I don't just sell it. You know, he worked hard to pay off the mortgage and, you know, keep the house nice. And it was flooded as well a couple of years ago and refurbished. And he was really keen on us using this property as an asset for myself and my sister, and also myself and my sister have to then work together to keep it clean and market it. Anyway, we want to obviously continue that, and now we've built the website up, but I've done this with a view to, like, how can I train like you guys, my following, whilst I'm doing the business and building this as examples, which is really clear and obvious on how we do it, and try to also map out what I do as I go along. So that's kind of what this is about. So as we've built this site, we've tried to include different pages for different search terms that we want to rank for, okay? And we've tried to make that really clear. So, well, the homepage, I always say, think of the website as a complete picture of all of the keywords. It's a sales funnel with broader terms at the top, more niche terms in the middle of the sales funnel, such as contractor, midterm, relocation, insurance, pet friendly. And then between all the pages, we're trying to rank for all the words that are important to us. And then, sort of looking at it like a spider's web, we're linking the pages together through hyperlinks. So say if we say something like book accommodation, that's hyperlinked to the property page to book. Yeah, book service accommodation in Milton Keynes. That should be hyperlinked to your book page. That sort of thing. Yeah, we're trying to make it really easy to navigate, and those little internal links build that site structure to give it the ranking. That's like best practice. Okay, so on our web page, the home page, service accommodation for work, rest and reconnection in Milton Keynes. Quite a long title, but we've got service accommodation in there, we've got Milton Keynes in there, and we've also kind of added in the kind of target audience. Yeah, so it's for workers, it's for leisure, it's for coming to meet people. So we thought that was quite a nice way of wrapping all that up in one title. But of course, we then use the content that kind of reflects what we're trying to say. Now, when I use ChatGPT, it's all AI produced, but I don't just say, write me my web page for work, Reston Reconnection in Milton Keynes. I am putting lots and lots and lots of prompts into this about who we're targeting, what our big employers are nearby, what the leisure things are nearby. We're doing lots and lots and lots of research and feeding so much information to the AI chat, so it builds up to this. This is like 20 pages of information fed in before we start producing the copy. Yeah. Moreover, I've said to ChatGPT, I don't want you to sell the service. I want you to sell the benefit. So I've kind of said, sell the sizzle, not the steak. Sell the emotion, not the feature, kind of thing. Yeah. So it's say someone who works as hard as you do. So it's kind of recognizing, we know you work hard. You want to come back to somewhere comfortable and clean after a long day's work. So anyway, the homepage is the homepage. It kind of mixes up a little bit of different content. We've got some cracking reviews so far. In fact, we've only had 5-star reviews, 8 5-star reviews on Booking.com and Airbnb. We've got another property coming. We've got another property under offer near Bedford. So we will be building out more content. So yeah, that's the homepage. Now, I will say, I'll go off at a tangent. So this property is going to be just on the edge. So if you're in the upstairs window, you'll be able to see the building work of Universal Studios, the biggest theme park in Europe being built, starts in January 2026. So we've bought this property, or are buying it, in readiness for that. But we're already trying to rank this property for Universal Studios Contractor accommodation. It's there in the title, it's there in the URL, and it's there in the listing description, the property description. We're not calling it Two Hoots House or whatever other names I see for properties in their main title. I see way too often their web page with the name of the property, the URL, the name of the property, and the title, the name of the property. No one's looking for Two Hoots House, are they? Right? We need to say what it is and where it's near. So let's get in back to the tangent I went off. The pages, the individual pages, want to rank for the key term that you're trying to attract. Okay? So let's look at midterm stays. So, midterm stays, Milton Keynes by Web Hill Stays. Midterm stays, Milton Keynes in the URL, midterm stays, and month-long accommodation in Milton Keynes. We've mixed that up a little bit. We've added month-long in there. Flexible midterm stays. We've got some bold content in the words. It makes it easier to read. Why choose? Why are we putting questions in the title? AI search, because people are using ChatGPT to ask questions. And if our content is also asking a question and answering it, that's the natural language we now need to start using, then it will rank higher in AI. We're setting it up ready for the future of AI. Yeah. Home from home, extended. Yeah. Flexible. We're talking about what's inside. Midterm accommodation is perfect for relocation, contractors and project workers, families between homes, insurance and temporary housing. So we're adding these other keywords that are around our central keyword. Yeah. Why choose us? Prime locations. FAQs, good page structure from FAQs. Then you've also got lots of things that can help rank for AI as well. Stay longer, we use the word longer. Good words like better, best, they're good keywords. Yeah, little inquiry form. Right, that page has been live about a week. Now, if I searched midterm stays Milton Keynes, it's naturally going to show me as the highest on my computer because Chrome knows I keep looking for that and clicking on my results. Okay, so it's a skewed result. And a way to get around that is to kind of clear all your cookies, clear all your data, then go into incognito mode. And even that is not true because I'm also near Milton Keynes. I'm 35 minutes away. But if someone from Newcastle, I say Newcastle because there's someone staying there tonight from Newcastle, if someone from Newcastle was searching, they're not near Milton Keynes. So it will give a different result. Yeah, Google uses near me search all the time. So how can we check what our actual positions? Okay, so there are some other tools out there like this. It's gone into German. There we are. That's better. I can't read German. So you can actually check your ranking. So you look at here, ranking check, your keyword, midterm stays. Let's just put MK. I'll put in the URL. Now that'll take a minute to run. Does take a little while. I'll go over to Search Console. While that's running, and just show you how I've used Google Search Console as we start out to try to help us understand what things we should be trying to rank for, what are people typing into Google, and how are we showing up in the results, right? So if we go to performance, we can see here the queries show this is the thing that Google typed, someone typed into Google to find us, okay? And that particular query has been typed in, we've been seen 11 times and clicked on once. Now, if I go to pages, I get lots of different results in here. So my home page has been clicked on 26 times and has 277 impressions. Now, we'll see here, so I've got 109 keywords that I've showed up for. That about a week ago was about 70 or 80 or something, and it grows every couple of days, now 110. But these are clues. This is what people are typing into Google. You might think, well, why have the pages got this number of clicks, but the queries have this number of clicks? And this was bugging me. It was bugging me no end. I'm like, well, how can I have all those clicks? What is the thing that the other 25 people typed in to click on my website? Because I don't have 25 clicks on the queries. Well, sometimes I think they might be in incognito mode, or they're like got browser set to private. Maybe it's like data protection. This is what AI told me. Data protection. They might have put something personal in the search. And other times, Google just is not going to give you all the information. It's not going to give you 100% of what you're looking for because of just data protection regulations and that sort of thing. So that's why there's a discrepancy. But we can still use these queries to understand what people are typing in to find and see our website. And if we can see that we are showing up for lots of search terms for a particular thing, we can then build content around that thing. Yeah. So the thing here for me is I was coming up around Milton Keynes train station, which we are. There are 3 search terms just in that first 10. 4, 5, 6, 7 in the top 20. Okay, so that gave us a clue. So we created a blog about serviced apartments near MK train station. You're probably saying, why have I written a blog about apartments when we're a house? It's a small house and we're trying to rank on apartments as well because it's a huge market. It's only a 2-bedroom house, but you can get a 2-bedroom apartment, right? So what's the difference? It's about the same price range. So that means that we can also try to steal market share from the apartment search term. Yeah, I'm putting my feet in both camps. Now, if I was a 5-bed manor house, exclusive use, all 5 bedrooms, sleeps 12, I wouldn't put apartments in. Of course I wouldn't. But you might pick something else. So anyway, going back to those search terms, that's how we discover what people are typing in, this is fact, people are typing this into Google, and we showed up. So how can we rank higher? We'll make a page about that specific keyword. Okay, so that's how we've built our pages to be all of these, yeah, and why we've built these blogs. So we've got 5 already in 5 weeks, but we're also adding more, which will be pertaining to these keywords. Right, let's go back to this one. So so that's a midterm stays Milton Keynes, the independent tool within. I launched this page 6 days ago. I ranked number 1. Okay, above Rightmove, above Airbnb, above Cozy, and I'm in position 6 for my homepage. Above Travelocity, above TripAdvisor, above Expedia, above Booking.com. Okay, it works. It works. I can't say it any clearer. Think of what your niche is, make a page about it, right? So we've got another one here, insurance accommodation. Let's just take that bit, because actually having that whole title, probably I would rank top. Insurance accommodation in Milton Keynes. Now that's a keyword that might only give us, I don't know, 1 booking in 2 years. But if they stay 6 months, I'm really happy, right? I'm really happy. I see that says USA. Okay, I can only put USA on Germany. So let's let that run. We'll have a quick look at Google Analytics for the property. Okay, so we launched the site about here, 19th, 20th of August, first day or so. It's not getting anything, is it? But within just under 60 days, that's 360 hits. That's 180 hits a month. I've been auditing websites that are 2 years old and getting 10 hits a month because they've just launched. They're not specific about what they're who they're targeting. Okay, so you can see I've got users on my site right now, and okay, one of them's probably me. It's getting traffic, and we can then use Search Console to tell us a little bit more granular detail. What are their returning users, where they are. We've got other details in here, which country they are, which page they landed on. And if we look at reports and overview in the user attributes here, user attributes overview, we can start getting more granular detail about age and sex and interests. So we're 60% female, 40% male. We can start seeing who our demographic are. Now that tells us potentially who we can start creating our copy for. Because if we think all of our people who stay are men, but actually the bookers are female, maybe. I know that for a fact because I've got some men that stay, and I know it's a woman that books it. Maybe we need to have our tone of voice targeting, the more female tone of voice and audience. If we know who we're talking to, we can create the copy. If we think that the people booking are all 50 plus, and it turns out they're all 25 to 30, again, our web copy needs to be more in that style of our audience. Yeah, so that's why we've got to look at this stuff. It's there for a reason. We can't just build a web page and think it's right. Yeah, we start out in that way, having a good guess, but we have to tailor it as we go. That's why once a website's built, it's not finished, it's the start. It's the very start once the website's built. Okay, and that's why we use Search Console Analytics to give us that information. Right, what's this one saying? Insurance accommodation, Milton Keynes. So Yoko, we're number 2. Not bad, right? That's been live. I think that was from the start, maybe about 4 or 5 weeks, that page. So again, this stuff works. We're not in a tiny village. Milton Keynes is a city. is a UK city, not a massive one, but still we're in a very, very cutthroat area. All right, so this modus operandi is what you must do. Please go to my website, webhillstays.com, book a room if you like, but use the examples that we're using. Yeah, you follow the page structure, the blog page. We've got different types of audiences: MK for leisure, MK for business. We've got a page for each target audience. Our contact us page, it doesn't say just contact us, it says book serviced accommodation in Milton Keynes. Right, the keywords are in the contact page as well. The about page is not just boring, oh, we promise to give you a clean and comfortable stay. It's interesting. Yeah, we've made it a bit fun. We've made it a bit like a film crew type Craig the Boss web with a little tagline, a fun fact, Courtney the Brains Hill and Harry the Brawn Webb. So we're trying to make it personable with pictures of you. It has to be pictures of you, because otherwise it's not about you, is it? The about page, I would say it's probably the only page that you probably should tackle ranking on your own brand. Yeah. The rest of the site will rank naturally on your brand name. So that one, focus on your brand name, and that's all about who you are and what you do. Anyway, then look at, we've got an FAQ page with lots of FAQs with schema markup all built in. Properties that are targeted for a specific keyword. A peaceful 2-bedroom service accommodation in Milton Keynes. It's the keyword at the top, right? It's there in the page title. It's there in the URL. Am I making sense now? Please listen. I want you to be able to rank like I can rank. This is a 2-bedroom house in a city, and we're ranking on major keywords already. So I think you're understanding what I'm saying. Break the whole website down into where you want the keywords, plan it, map it, use an Excel spreadsheet, homepage, property pages, blog pages, extra pages. I call them kind of niche pages or target audience pages, I call them. Break them down, which are the ones we want to include, and add them. Now, you can't just keep adding more and more pages there, because it would look a bit ridiculous. I'd say that was about the maximum. Once that's filled out, then you can keep adding blogs to the keywords as well. Does that all make sense? All right. I've enjoyed doing this one because this has been a good project for me, building it from nothing to here, for me to be able to demonstrate how we've done it and just what we've done. And this wasn't all the first hit. We've gone straight off the bat. We've gone back in, edited, changed the pictures and reconfigured things. But from the start, from each page, the keyword for that page was very specific of what the target audience is for each individual page. All right, hopefully that's enough information for you to really figure this out now and start ranking, start getting the bookings. All right, bye-bye.